Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jessica. Twists are my go-to. They're super easy, beginner friendly, and long lasting. So in this video, I'm going to show you guys how I got these island twists with boho curly pieces added to it. It took over 24 hours. So I'm going to take you with me from start to finish. I purchased 3 packs of the Outre Expression pre-stretched braiding hair. This is in the length 52 in the color number 4. I ended up using 4 packs of the Kanekalon hair. So when I ran out of Kanekalon hair, I used color 1B towards the back. I really love the deep wave pattern because I feel like it gives that wet, wavy look, super fun for the summer and very beachy. I got this deep wave crochet hair off of Amazon. I'll have the brand's name in the description with the link. I chose to do a color mix of number 4, which is a brown, and color 27, which is like a honey blonde. I used the Braid Lock and Twist gel by African Pride. I like this gel because it doesn't turn white on me when it dries down, and it's a darker color, so I feel like it blends better when it's on my hair. Now for the tools that I used, a lot of these I already own and I have around the house. You'll need a rat tail comb to help with parting, duck clips to hold the braid as you're twisting, scissors to trim the hair at the end, and nail glue, which is optional. I'll tell you why I use it later. If you do your own hair at home or you're trying to learn to do it more often, you should definitely invest in this tri-fold 3-way mirror so you can see from all sides of your head from the front to the back. This helps me so much with my parting space. It also helps me make sure that my braid thickness is even throughout my head. All right, let's talk prep. I started with washed and blow-dried hair. The night before, I used a detangler and I deep conditioned. And then the morning that I was doing my hair, I blow-dried it before I began. With that being said, my mom helped me with my hair, so you'll be seeing clips of her in this video. I highly recommend that you separate your hair out into strands and set it aside so that you can use it as you braid and also to feed into the twist. I just find the process of braiding goes so much faster when I have all of my strands prepped, so I made sure to do that. Beginner-friendly tip: if you want your twist to last a lot longer, you should definitely braid the top before you go into the twist. This has helped my style stretch out longer because the twist is not loose starting from the top. We braided my entire head first with Kanekalon hair, and then we went in later to add extra hair pieces to create the twist. I'm so grateful that I get to take the time to do my hair. So you'll be seeing me chit chat with my family. I also love listening to my audiobooks during this time. I feel like I just plow through my audiobook list. Each pack of hair comes with 3 Kanekalon hair bundles. I did the math. I separated each bundle into 20 strands that I'll be using to braid and twist. So that's about 60 pieces of strands that you can separate from each pack. Once we're done prepping the braids, this is what my hair looks like. I feel like this can be a style on its own. I think it's so cute. This style is also completely synthetic, so it's super affordable, and I spent no more than $50 on everything, including the gels and the hair. I also separated the crochet hair by color since it came in a mixed packet. This was super easy to do, so I separated the brown from the honey blonde so that I could go in later to customize the colors and place them where I want them to be. This is the really fun part where I get to customize my style based on my inspiration. So I have the colorway pattern with the crochet hair. I'm looking at honey blonde on top and brown on the bottom to create a balayage effect. I also wanted highlights throughout the back of my head, so the pattern changes when I come towards the front. Let's get into the twisting technique. This is crucial if you want to keep your hair from unraveling. So let me show you what I do. I start off with using a duck clip to hold the braid at the very start. This stops your braid from twisting and creating tension. Now, I could show you better than I could tell you, but essentially, in order to make the twist really secure, you need to be twisting in opposite directions. So I take both of my hands, grabbing either side of the strand. I twist one side clockwise, I twist the other side counterclockwise, and then I twist the strands around each other. So you essentially are twisting the twist within itself. I know it's a lot, but just look at what I'm doing. It is all in the technique with this style. I love my twist to be a little tighter. You don't want to be twisting your hair lightly because it will unravel. So play around with it, practice. I think twisting is a lot easier to learn than braiding, but to each their own. So essentially I will feed in more Kanekalon hair to create the twist, and then I will twist all the way down until I'm at the length that I like. Please keep in mind that we'll be curling the hair later on, so you do want a little bit of extra length because once you curl the hair, naturally it will shorten. I kept my hair like waist length. I think it's just perfect. Once I reach the end of the twist, I'll secure it with a knot by taking some of the hair and wrapping it around. This is the way that my mom taught me to secure my hair, but it is optional for you to use nail glue to secure the ends. Essentially, you would do the same thing, tie a knot, but then you'd add a little dot of nail glue, rub it around the hair just to make sure that it sticks, and you'll be secured. I don't always like using this method, especially on the ends, because I feel like the nail glue turns white and it gets really hard. So I will actually tie the ends of all the strands of hair. Then once I set the hair with hot water later, I feel like it secures the knot even better. So I don't think that the nail glue is necessary for this part, but that is an option. Okay, let's get into some strand specs. So I have a total of 100 braids or twist in my head. Each twist has at least 2 curly pieces attached, so one at the top, one in the middle. I have 2 strands of the Outre Kanekalon hair that I added to the twist. Each of the Kanekalon pieces, I used a thickness of about 2 fingers, so not too thick. I wanted my twist to be a little thinner this time, and the thinner the twist, the lighter the hair feels, so keep that in mind. I didn't want money pieces for this look, so I did 2 rows across my head of completely brown crochet hair. And for the twists that are framing around my face, I kept the brown towards the top. I don't always gel down my hair because I kind of like the lived-in style. Like, I kind of think it gets better the longer that you wear it. My scalp is sensitive, so I try to lean away from any extra products unless they're gentle. Gel slicks down flyaways for a neater look, and it can actually stretch out the wear of your hair. And since I do my own hair at home, I can definitely refresh as needed. If you're a sensitive girly like me, you should avoid putting gel directly on your scalp and keep it as close to your hair as possible. That still helps with making your part neat and defines the separation, but you're more likely to react to the product if it's sitting on your scalp and clogging your pores. So try your best to avoid that. I am very particular about my hair, so the way that I did it, I wanted to make sure it was neat and to my liking, so I definitely took my time with this look. One thing about this hair process, hair journey, is that you got to take food and water breaks and just breaks for your back. We want to create an enjoyable process. I love to take my time and make sure that my hair is neat. It's a very personal thing to me. Doing my own hair feels like a luxury. I treat it as self-care. So I try to make sure this process isn't too heavy on me by taking breaks. So don't skip out on that. A good break might give you the energy you need to finish, okay? After I finished twisting my entire head, I went back in and crocheted 1 strand of the curly crochet hair through the top of my braids, especially towards the front of my hair and my parting space. To add some more volume, I wanted to create a subtle transition effect based off of where I put the hair when I was twisting it in. I felt like it was a little too low, so towards the front of my hair, I crocheted in some curls to help it blend a little bit better. When I crocheted in that extra piece of hair, I used nail glue to secure it at the top. I just found that the crochet hair is a little bit slippery, So I needed some extra hold when it got to the top. Now I've had this style before, and I would say in terms of retention, I can touch up the front every 3 to 4 weeks to stretch out the style. This works perfectly for me, especially with twists, because I feel like the longer you have them in, the more natural, like the better they appear, in my opinion. For this style, I stuck with synthetic hair, and that doesn't last as long as human hair, so keep that in mind. To help with the retention of synthetic curly hair, you can create a detangler and anti-frizz spray using a little bit of fabric softener and water. Put this mixture in a spray bottle and apply as needed. Since you'll be using this product on your hair, you should definitely consider using plant-based or non-toxic products. Because it's going to be on your scalp, you're going to be living in it. I do think that this style is still perfect for summer weather, for being in the water. It's super easy to wash, and I still have access to my scalp. As you guys may know, I have a really sensitive scalp, so I have to be able to treat it and take care of it throughout these protective styles. So that's definitely a bonus for me whenever I do any sort of twist or braid. I also think that the twist feels super lightweight, which is even better for summer because it's hot out here. So I wanted a style that I knew would last. Let's shift our focus towards the ends of the hair. It's time to curl and trim. I want to match the style of the wavy crochet pieces. So my mom went in and braided the ends using this string method and boiling hot water. We let that set and cool before unraveling the hair, and it just created this water wave effect. I think it's so cute and it blends in with the style perfectly. I also like a blunt cut or a V-shaped cut in the back, so my mom helped me trim my hair, and even then I went back in later and made it to my liking. 48 hours later, we have my hair reveal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I love making these hair vlog, hair spec videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. I will catch you in the next one. Bye!